You told me that we should go a separate way, so now you go there, but I go straight to this way. Turn back the clock, break through the air, reset my everything. Yeah, it's true. I wanna know what I wanna do, so I do that before the light fades away. Oh, never give up, 'cause I wanna know where is the next place. I just wanna live my life. The days repeat and the memory is real. Yeah, it's true. I wanna know what I wanna do, so I do that before the light fades away. Oh, never give up, 'cause I wanna know where is the next place. I just wanna live my life. The days repeat. Run and run, run and run, run and run like a girl said. I choose something deeper. Spin it round, spin it round, spin it round like a girl said. I grasp and then let go. I'm spinning around, but I'm steady on my greed. Breaking all the limits, yeah, I'm reaching for the sky. You told me we should split, now I'm moving on my own. Got my focus lucky and I'm better off alone. Time keeps ticking, better never miss a beat. Stepping out of shadows, now I'm dancing in the street. Gotta find my way, the road's been paid. Ain't no looking back, now I'm done being saved. Yeah, it's true. I wanna know what I wanna do, so I do that before the light fades away. Oh, never give up, 'cause I wanna know where is the next place. I just wanna live my life. The days repeat. Run and run, run and run, run and run like a girl said.
Hello everyone, welcome back to 109 Less Defense Academy. Hello Punta, welcome. It's time to jump into a route that matters, potentially, hopefully. Oh boy, I am like unusually excited for this. Like maybe the two last streams of nothingness finally actually hyped me up for something more exciting that we're about to head ourselves into. Hi, hello. Yeah, before, I just wanted to make like a comment before we jumped into it. I just realized that there's still one song we haven't unlocked here, and the question remains, is it like a situation of Carousel where it's gonna be like a piano version of Carousel or something like that, or is it gonna be a completely different song? Because here's the thing about Carousel, I was like listening to the lyrics of this right now as it was playing, and it's like the days, like she says something like the days keep coming round and round like a carousel. And I like the idea of that because when you think about a carousel going around and around, it makes you think of a loop, right? It makes you think of maybe a time loop. So I do believe that maybe on Story Lock 1, where we're more intertwined with the time loop, maybe that's where we're gonna get like a new version of Carousel at the very end of that route in particular, as opposed to See Them, right? Which we got at the end of the second scenario. So this could be like a new version of Carousel, and I like that we have this sort of, I guess, meta narrative with the titles, because in Sidem, if you pay attention to the lyrics of Sidem, both the English parts and the Japanese parts, like how many days, how many ways, it's all about the struggle of living through so many days and making all of those choices to reach to the point where you ultimately reach. And Carousel seems to put a bigger emphasis on the repetition, on the loop of it, right? And even like the black and white credits sort of paint this in a bleaker way. So I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen at the end of Story Luck 1. But yeah, last time in Last Defense Academy, we finished the, what was it called? The serial battles route. I don't even know where the CGs for that are. But yeah, we ended up fighting a bunch of clones of her of our fallen commanders, and then we figured out that Veshin has actually found the parallel leap machine and somehow used it to bring these commanders to this timeline, claiming that whenever their cryptoglobin weakens, they revert back to their original timelines, thus theoretically breaking any plot holes. But then again, this makes us very confused about Ato in the killing game route, because we killed him there and his body still stayed behind him. We even used his cryptoglobin to power the escape pod in the hidden compartment underneath the gym. So very weird stuff. That was a really boring route. We just kept battling and battling and battling, and at the end of the day, we didn't get any endings that mattered at all. Hello, humans. Hello, Amori and Jera. Welcome, welcome. Finally, we're gonna jump into something more exciting. So this time, we're actually gonna go back and save Kurara instead of Gaku. And like Kaku predicted, saving Gaku would eventually lead us to the truth. So I wonder if saving Kurara is gonna lead us to the lie. Because, of course, saving Gaku, you later get the, I guess, the turn of events in which Yugamu tries to like torture Siri, and then he drugs Gaku, Kyoshiko. No, not Kyoshiko. What the fuck? Gaku. I think it was Gaku, Moko, and Takemaru, if I remember correctly. And the three of them just kind of do some shenanigans while Yugama tries to dissect Siri. And yeah. So that event would have not happened if it wasn't by saving Gaku. So now I wonder what's gonna happen if we save Kurara. I wonder how Kurara is gonna react to this, because we have an interesting relationship. There's something very peculiar about these two characters being the ones that are that are in danger. Because of course Gaku has a crush on Kurara, and Kurara sort of looks down on Gaku. Like in her eyes, Gaku is like a very disposable person in more ways than one. And I wonder if this event in which we decide to save her is gonna maybe humble her down a little bit. Because there was a little bit of that in Gaku. Like there was a moment where he like started crying a little bit while making Osuzuki curry to everyone. It was like a very, very short moment, but it definitely showcased that he still felt a little bit guilty about being the one saved instead of Kurara, because she's, in her eyes, a much more noble person than he is. So I thought that was really cool. You got the double vest CG at least. I call that better prize than those two endings. It really is. It honestly really is. That was cool at least. Anyway. Yeah, this is gonna be weird because we're gonna jump right into the battle, right? Yeah. So we're gonna save Kurara this time. I'm very curious. Very interested. Finally, we're gonna get story again from this visual novel game that has a story. Just like a visual novel should. And I missed Kurata too. I missed my girl. Very much so. Sacrificing the key to the truth according to Kaka. Exactly.
Attention! All troops stand ready. Let the battle commence!
So this is the first turn, so Kurata's not even here. So I think we can safely skip that.
No matter how many times I do it, fighting still makes me nervous.
But the almighty Supreme Commander is gone. So this should be a piece of cake, right?
Right. Let's kill them and make it quick.
Yeah, we can definitely skip that. This one we've played already. I just want to... Yeah, oh, thank you. That is pretty much what I wanted. Thank you. Nice.
Keep it up, troops! Never back down! Destroy those evil invaders!
Oh, wait! New enemies coming in 12 o'clock! According to these readings, they're strong. This must be the commander.
Skipping? Bro, I played this. I played this already.
think I am? I'm the great Adamakyu, the paragon of hatred! Ah! You're all going down!
For the love of murder. Something tells me this one's not gonna go down easy.
He's a real nuisance zooming around like that. We better figure out a way to stop him.
Takumi, you know how to deal with this one, right?
Yeah. Kurata's traps and defensive devices were effective on him.
And it's time for my grand appearance. I suppose I'll deal with it for you. I won't allow anyone to stand so arrogantly before me. You are in the presence of an old Suzuki. Get on your knees and show some respect.
Love it.
I'm coming for you!
Wow, and the game just literally skips it for you.
Heck yeah, we won!
Interesting, like couldn't they code a thing that just warped you straight to the interesting part that you actually want to get to?
Naturally.
Now we just have to finish him off.
Damn. What the hell is happening? Ava, what's the meaning of this? Why do you stand with the enemy?
Man, I think my neighbor is like hammering his house. I hope it's not picking up on the mic.
What happened to your mask? Are you turning your back on God?
Bothering me a fuck ton.
Are you in bed with the invaders? Invaders?
Let's kill him.
No, wait! We should hear him out before...
No! You don't have that kind of time! Quick, before he heals!
Too much effort to code another flag. Seriously, apparently. Can't hear it from the mic. Okay.
Shut up, if you would.
What exactly do you mean by that? Who are these invaders?
Huh? Obviously, I mean you!
Invaders? Us?
Ava, do you think you can get away with this? You think that crazy bitch will forgive you?
Crazy bitch.
Do you have any idea what she's doing? She turned her back on the teachings of God. She started devouring them, cannibalizing the others. She's violated the greatest of all taboos. We're going to die. Every last one of us is going to die. Everyone's going... We're going to die. Every last one of us is going to die. Friend or foe, it doesn't matter. To fucking die!
It happened in an instant.
You?
An offering to my magnificence. I commend you. I feel my wounds healing, my strength returning. With this, I am one step closer to becoming a god.
Is that Veshness? Did she die?
She should be fucking dead! She got obliterated by an undying flame bomb!
Don't tell me the attack didn't land!
Nope.
No, the bomb definitely hit her. Thanks to Magadori, that is.
I mean, yeah, it landed on that sense, but it didn't land in the sense that it killed her. That's what I
It
meant.
seems she's more powerful than we hypothesized. So much more powerful that she can eat an undying flame bomb and survive.
She eats undying flame bombs for Blackfest, dude.
You mean she survived the attack?
Did Kyoshika die in vain? Was that fool's life and death attack utterly meaningless?
It most certainly dealt some damage to her. I suppose that's why she didn't show up for a while. But it looks like she absorbed power from her comrades in order to heal herself. She's starting to become an untouchable force.
We're all still able to fight, right?
Huh? Now? If it's do or die, then she has to die.
Yes, struggle in vain to your heart's content. I will consume your strength and obtain the weapon of despair that will destroy everything and become a new god. All existence will bow down and worship me. My superior self wants to ascend to godhood. I must become god. Bow down!
Man, it's crazy because now that I'm seeing how this skip mechanic
She's
works,
pretty confident. She thinks she can just kill us whenever she wants.
even if you skip the battles in the serial battles route, it's still you still like watch all these mini cutscenes in between them that just lead up to a next battle and don't have a whole lot to them. So it's still like a very long route either way. Just like a, I guess, empty dialogue.
She's a real monster. I mean, we were completely outclassed last time.
How are we supposed to defeat something like that?
Takumi, do you have some sort of strategy we can use? You defeated her in your timeline, didn't you?
She's leagues stronger than she was last time. She's not the Veshness I know anymore. She's someone completely different. I have no idea how we can beat her.
Then what are we supposed to do?
Ava, do you know anything? A weak point? Anything at all?
She is...
Ava? What's wrong? Are you okay?
I don't know. I know nothing! Ah!
Ava, calm down, please. Oh, God. Ava's no use anymore. We're all gonna...
Allow me. I will protect you. That voice.
Just then, suddenly a ball of undying flames came flying in at a ferocious speed and crashed right into Veshna's. It was him.
Here I come.
The ball of flames seemed to power up, releasing a blinding light. It swallowed up Veshna's and wrapped up everything around us in pure white light. And finally, after the light had vanished, all that remained was...
What was that? Just now?
Some ball made of undying flames came flying at Veshness.
It's him. The boy with the undying flames. An avatar sent by the boy inside of the defense room.
That was him?
How utterly reckless of him to fire off such a high-powered attack!
But it saved us. He was always saying that he wanted to help us, that he wanted to be friends with us. He was serious about that. I knew he would fight alongside us.
Don't you think we should be worried about dealing with her instead? We should kill her off now, right? Finish her off? She's already dead, isn't she?
No, I think she's just unconscious.
Whatever the fuck she's doing, she's gotta die! Let's ice this asshole.
But she could just be pretending to be knocked out, right? Isn't it dangerous for us to get too close?
Stop screwing around and get to it! At this rate, she might heal herself.
We certainly can't leave her alive at any rate, right?
But I have a bad feeling.
Not a premonition, but still.
What do you think, Takumi?
I couldn't come to an immediate decision. Indeed, the idea that this could be a trap, it frightened me. I was scared to lose another friend because of her. Don't flash me to that. Jesus Christ. The terror inside of me dulled my ability to make a decision. But I was hardly alone in that feeling. And because of this, not one of us dared to make a move. And as we stood frozen, staring at Veshness, it happened.
What?
I hurriedly spun around towards the sudden screaming behind me.
What the hell is this? Help! Somebody help me!
Hey! Let me go! You brute! Help me! Quickly! Help! Please help me!
Gaku! Kurara!
Don't tell me you're just going to let Veshness absorb them.
What?
Right! Veshness!
When I quickly looked back, Veshness was already gone.
She's gone? When did she...
Did she get away from us?
While my attention was on the danger to my friends, Veshness took the opportunity to vanish into thin air.
Damn it!
It's clear that she intends to absorb Gaku and Kurara to heal herself. Just like she did with the commander.
We can't let that happen. Let's hurry up and save them.
Which one?
Which one? Both of them! We just need to split up and...
Hold it! Listen to what I'm about to say and keep your cool. I'll keep it short because there's no time to spare. Unfortunately, in this situation, it's impossible for you to save both Maruko and Osuzuki.
What?
I bring you this news as a result of analyzing your power and the enemy's power. Not only are you surrounded by many invaders, but she is attempting to flee in another direction. If you divide your fighting power, you won't save either of them. In fact, that may very well be the enemy's goal. So you are most certainly going to have to choose which one to save.
Cut the shit, you little freak! If we just fucking go for it!
There's no time for your back talk, soldier. If you don't get a move on, they're both doomed. Sumino, you decide.
Me?
You must choose one of them to save. If you don't choose quickly, they're both going to die.
This can't be happening. How am I supposed to choose? No, I can't. Oh, so we get to choose outside of the battle this time? That is a little... Oh, no, never mind. I was a little confused. I forgot that this thing... Yeah.
Help! Please help me!
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was cool the first time. I was like, whoa. Still cool. I like that.
No! I don't want to die! I don't want to become a mummy!
Why won't Siri just explode both of them? You know, that is a great question, honestly. That is a great question. Alright, so... This time we're saving Kurara. Okay.
Let's go! My turn! There!
I can't die yet! I have to look after my family!
Oh wow, they're really making you regret this.
Let's do this!
I wonder if you can even let both of them die. If the rescue fails, the battle is lost. So, yeah.
I've got this.
You have to do it in one turn too. Well, rip them, pretty much. Alright, so now we're in new route territory. That was 20 minutes of just repeats. Oh, wow.
Just one, then? At least I managed to buy myself some time. Still, that must be some incredible power. To inflict such a grave wound on someone as great as I. I won't let my guard down. Slowly but surely, I will gain power.
Sure thing, Vesh.
And you're the slop that will serve that purpose. I'm going to eat and eat until I've had my fill. And when I have that power for myself, I'll become God.
You know, this is like something I was thinking the other day, just out of the blue at work. What if every time they absorbed someone, they got progressively more fat? So like, if that's how it worked, then you would fight Veshna's on day 99 and she would just be like a giant ball. Can you imagine? Vashnis gave her monologue as we were struck by complete despair. Shut up! Then she limped away along with the mass of invaders. Some of us were overcome with rage and tried to follow her. Some of us desperately tried to stop them. Some of us had tears rolling down our faces as they ran over to Gaku's body. Fatness. And all I could do was stand there, rooted to the spot, dumbfounded. Man, that would be so funny. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but there's like the mayor in that movie. And he starts like eating so much that by the end of the movie, he's like literally like, he's just a ball at the end. And he uses like I think a device to be able to walk because he got so fat he can't walk anymore. It's kind of like what I'm thinking. Not too long after that, we made a grave for Gaku in a corner of the schoolyard. This was the third one. We'd lost yet another friend. My decision killed Gaku. I came back here from the future, and yet 3 people still died. Why was this happening? Friends of mine who would never have died otherwise were now gone because I decided to come back. Maybe I was never supposed to redo things. Because of my decision, Gaku, Kyoshika, and Darumi were dead. All because of me. And so, with the sacrifice of yet another life, our 33rd day at Last Defense Academy came to an end. Alright. We'll see where this goes. I'm very curious. How is Kurata gonna react to this? Ow. And it's gonna be interesting because...
Up and Atom troops! Time to rise and shine!
Gaku was the one who cooked up a lot of our special events here, like the pool, the festival, and all of that. So we're not gonna have any of those to sort of bond the team. So I wonder if this is gonna like disrupt a little bit of the harmony between us.
Get ready for your 34th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness.
Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy. I couldn't sleep at all. Not that I'd expected to. Whenever I closed my eyes, I saw Gaku's last moments in my head, so I just kept them open. I had no will to get out of bed. But is Kurara gonna knock on your door? I can't just lay here and wonder how everyone else is holding up. I need to get to the cafeteria. I dragged myself out of bed and trudged gloomily down the halls. There's like 2 ways that this can progress. Either Kurara's gonna be acting supernatural and over the top, like she's gonna be, oh, you guys just made the right choice. You sacrificed a pleb for a noble like me. But like deep down, you're gonna get to a moment where deep down you get to be alone with her and you're gonna see that she's actually having a breakdown on the inside over the idea that her right to live was a consequence of someone having to sacrifice themselves. So I wonder, like, she's probably gonna act very tsundere about it if I were to guess. Either that or she's like gonna straight up just be normal. Or be, so not be normal, but express her guilt. When I got to the cafeteria, things were way more lively than I'd ever imagined. Yeah, Kurara is playing it up, isn't she?
Fucking pussy invaders. If you want to fight, come get some.
I'm invincible. I'll pile drive every single one of them into the mat.
Kako, your dear brother will protect you no matter what.
What are you saying? I'm the one who's going to protect you, Ima. Everyone was abnormally worked up and shouting over each other. Did Siri give them the drink? Like the juice, the beer, whatever the fuck he produces? What's going on here?
Sumino, you're late.
I think that's probably what's happening.
Yep. Latecomers have to chug. Drink this energy drink. Drink it. For the record, there's something weird in it, but it won't cause any harm, so don't fret.
Don't fret. What's in it?
Hey, just something to perk you up. I can't tell you any more than that. You know, when things get rough, adults turn to the bottle too. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I need to get you all in fighting condition again, even if it has to be by force.
But still. I'll power up all our weapons. I'll make us all stronger than ever. You guys are all too caught up in convention. Who decided we even have to be limited to having 2 eyes, 2 arms, or even 2 legs? Don't you have any respect for the human soul? I won't allow it. I won't. What a horrible racket. Still, this might be better than just being depressed. Shiruko, Nozomi, you're both your usual selves. You're not having any? No, I'm a little too scared to try it. I had some, but it doesn't seem to work on me. Booze, energy drinks, all that other stuff. It never has any effect. Other stuff? Hey, I don't see Ava or Nigo. Do you know where they are?
Meh. In a maintenance. I asked Nigo to check Ava out since she was acting strangely yesterday.
The sanctity of human life.
Anyway, have some, Sumino. Forget all of our woes so we can have a better tomorrow.
Oh.
There's no need to worry about Veshness. With her recuperating from her wounds, I suspect she won't be attacking again for a while. There's no handy-dandy tech like the Revival Manic on their side, after all. Come on, have a drink and put it all behind you. Anguish and sadness will only further hinder you.
Okay, finally.
He's right, Takumi. At times like these, you have to drink like your life depends on it.
Yeah, she's gonna immediately just go back to being super guilty and very very sorrowful. Yeah, exactly.
Why am I the one still alive?
Kurara.
I should have been the one who died.
No, don't say that. That's not true at all.
Yes, it's actually a small mercy that Maruko was the one we
What the fuck, Siri? What the fuck, dude?
Small mercy.
Oh. I mean, think about it. It was between him or you, Osuzuki. You're the stronger fighter, so we're much better off having you around.
Jokes on you, Siri. Gaku's a much better fighter than Kurara, and in actuality, I barely use Kurara at all.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey. Not to mention how your death would have affected the others.
Bro, they're just ditching Gaku. Excuse me, bro. Gaku's based. That's crazy.
Aha. Is there anyone here considered Maruko their best friend?
Bro, that is so sad, dude. That is so fucking sad. I'm curious to know where this is going, because it seems like they are not valuing Gaku for who he was. And I do believe that, like I said, because we're not gonna have those special events that sort of brought us together, like, this is gonna derail really quickly, and the harmony between our team is gonna slowly but surely, I guess, implode, and we're gonna finally realize the difference that Gaku makes in the team, which I feel like throughout many routes has been understated, honestly. Damn, so rude of him. Extremely rude. Like, I love Gaku. I love the guy, especially after hearing his free time events. I even started to like him more and more. Wow. What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what I said. When a beloved character dies, it has a negative effect on everyone around them. So it's a small mercy that it was an unpopular loner like Maruko who died instead.
How dare.
How freaking dare you? I've had enough of your screwed up logic.
Takemaru.
There's not a single one of us here who's not important. Every single one of these guys is my best friend.
Base Takemaru.
Hey! Do you ever try ranking them again? I'll beat the crap out of you.
Well, too bad. I guess I'm gonna get the crap beaten out of when I rank all of you at the end of the game.
Well, aren't you cool? The dramatic speech sounded pretty tough, but is that really how you should be speaking to your commanding officer? You threatening me?
Come on, cut it out, you two.
No, keep going. Punch him in the face.
I want you both to win and both to lose. What the fuck? Don't encourage them.
I've been thinking for a while now that your attitude needed addressing, Yakushiji.
Bro, is it literally gonna brainwash him?
You need to remember your place here.
What, you gonna set off my bomb?
Go ahead, do it. I dare you.
Ugh. What a horrible racket.
Hi.
I'm back, everyone. Ava should be ready to go by tomorrow. Huh? Someone grabbed him? Yeah. Oh, never mind.
You dare me?
That is a really fucking sick shot. I like that.
Because even if I blow you up, I'll just revive you anyway. Your bravado rings hollow if you presume that someone's going to be wiping your butt like a baby in the end.
Wow, damn.
Who you calling a baby? I know you can change the settings on that machine so I don't get revived. So yeah, I know I might actually die, and I don't care.
Damn.
If you keep trashing my bro Gaku, then you better go ahead and kill me.
What is going on here? Please stop fighting. It's bad and unproductive.
Having just entered the cafeteria, Nigo leapt between Siri and Takemata to try to break them up.
more fighting!
Shut up. Takemaru's left Nigo away, never taking his eyes off Siri. Oh, that got me. Bro, the sound effect got me.
Uh-oh.
Bro, did you just, like, kill Nigo or something?
That sounded pretty bad.
It sounded pretty funny, actually.
Now you've done it.
Are you alright? Is Nigo gonna be behaving like a robotic now? Good. Pooh. He turned into a fax machine.
It's not going to explode, is he?
Nigo, are you okay? Nigo! Huh? Why is everybody so panicked?
Are you okay?
What do you mean? Oh, are you referring to how the universe was started by a single strand of string?
Okay, Nigo is going on his conspiracy theory arc.
Yeah.
He seems fine. What the fuck is going on, dude? Does he? I'm sorry, Nigo. Takemaru bowed his head low in apology. He's speaking Morse code. I can't believe I broke my code of never hitting women or children. Bro, Nigo is not a woman. Or a children, I believe. Or a child. Yeah, not a children. That's not English.
Oh, but I'm not a woman or a child.
Just because he uses lipstick doesn't mean he's a woman.
Wait, really? I just assumed you were one or the other on the inside.
I mean, fair? Maybe a child? It's Siri. Huh? My bad. I got a little too worked up. I'm gonna turn in and cool off. Ooh. I guess I went a little too far as well. They're literally bonding over Nigo getting tossed on the wall. I love that. Following their lead, the rest of the group regained their composure too. We decided to call it a day there. That was awesome. Alone in my room, I found myself once more haunted by Gaku's last moments. I'm sorry. The same thought kept swirling inside my head, even though there was no point to it. It was like I was punishing myself and asking for forgiveness all at once. Before I knew it, it was dark outside. Despite not eating anything since morning, I didn't feel hungry at all. Still, staying here in my room and wallowing in guilt won't do me any good. I guess I'll go get some fresh air. I wonder if Takemaru's gonna be outside here. We get to talk, or maybe Kurara actually. I leaned against the roof rail and took in the cool breeze. I felt my weary heart become a little lighter. I'm Takumi Sumino, leader of the Special Defense Unit. I can't be wallowing in the past.
Huh? Takumi.
Nigo.
What brings you here?
Huh? I just wanted to get some fresh air. How about you?
I came to see you. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Huh? About what?
Well...
Nigo looked around as if he was making sure the coast was clear before continuing.
First of all, I am not Nigo.
What the fuck? Like, how does this work? Because Siri is connected to the collective will of humanity. So, like, let's say Siri was the one who got tossed into a wall. Maybe like something would break inside of the device that supposedly makes that link, and then he would like literally just get the will of a single human or something like that. It would be like just fucking, I don't know, fucking Ken Takada or something like that. Like, yeah, he just became that one person from the artificial satellite, and that was it. Now, Nigo, in Nigo's case, I think he's just an AI, right? Did I come back for the juice? I believe so. Nigo just walked into us after he was tossed into a wall, and now he's like, I'm not Nigo. And before it's sung, oh my god, bro, if you actually guessed that, Ponta, I'm gonna kiss you. I wanna actually fucking kiss you, bro, if you got that right. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then it's gonna be Yongo, and then Go.
I'm a completely different AI, just borrowing Eagle's body.
What? Are you okay? Maybe it's like Ichigo. which also means strawberry. That blow to the head earlier might have been worse than I thought.
Please, I'm being serious.
Okay, I'm listening. Whether he's of sound mind or not, I should at least hear him out. You say you're not Nigo. You're some different AI. Please explain to me in a way that I can understand.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
What the fuck? The anti-Exodus? Wait, so you're against the what? You're against the plan? What? Wait. What the fuck? So, are you gonna reveal to us that we are actually the invaders on this planet and we're gonna, like, learn all about that and call off the operation again following you? Bro, what the fuck?
To put it plainly, I represent the anti-Exodus faction. You and your friends don't need to fight anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what the fuck?
Our objective is to send you all to the artificial satellite as soon as possible.
And that the game's gonna ask us to save, isn't it? No, never mind. What the fuck? I don't want anyone overhearing this. We should go somewhere more private. I managed to convince the pseudo Nigo to continue our conversation back in my room. What the fuck is going on? Bro, is Siri gonna is Siri gonna be overthrown by Nigo in this route? And I think Nigo is gonna reveal to us that we are actually the invaders of this planet and that this is a different planet, because I don't think they know that yet. No, yeah, they don't know that yet. And that's gonna be our way of learning all about the battle. And now we're gonna have to make a choice of calling off the operation and following Nigo, or continuing the operation and following Siri. I think either way, one of them is gonna wind up dead, either Nigo or Siri, depending on how this progresses. Probably Nigo. Goto? What the fuck? That's not what I was expecting. Hotog? Is that an anagram for something? Tog? Hogach? Hog... Gooth. Gooth. Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna write down this name as like a parenthesis in Nigo's character entry on my notes. Goto. Now, Gthu. Gooth, yeah. Gooth is the funniest. Or it could also be Thug. Or Goot.
First of all, you may call me Goto. It'll get confusing if you keep calling me Nigo.
Goto? Okay.
It's an acronym for the foundational principles programmed into my AI that I've long since forgotten. God of something, I think. God of tyranny. God of God. I don't know if the T stands for a the or like an actual word. God of the other. God of the. Huh. This is weird. Because if we think about it, the idea that Nigo had this sort of AI, I guess, dormant inside of him and smacking his head sort of replace the main AI in control with this one implies that whoever built Nigo, or the team of scientists who built Nigo, there were some of them that were opposed to the operation and they wanted to try and make something that would disrupt it so that we didn't have to take over this planet, which I guess shows a little bit of humanity's, I guess, compassion, but that was probably just a few minority of people, or even maybe one single person that decided to do that. But I don't know what the acronym could stand for. God of the... Oh, maybe H stands for humans. God of the other humans? God of the opposing humans? Maybe God of the opposing humans. Maybe that's what it means, actually. Maybe the H stands for humans. We can skip that part. The important thing is that I'm an AI created by the Anti-Exodus faction, exactly. Can I assume that the Anti-Exodus faction is what the name implies? Yeah, pretty much. Yes, you can. The Anti-Exodus faction stands against the Exodus Project. We hold opposite ideals to Sire and Nigo. The people on the artificial satellite aren't all unified. Some support the Exodus Project, while others oppose it. They say we don't need to prolong our lives or find prosperity, and that we should instead accept our fate and perish. Cool. But, perish? Is humanity in danger if they continue to live on the satellite? Yes, just as planets have lifespans, so does the artificial satellite. The Exodus Project came about because some feared the satellite could not support humanity for much longer. Some estimate it will only last another 200 years. 200 years. Whether that's a long time or not is all a matter of perspective. Exactly, that's why I didn't comment on it, because it feels long on paper, but in practice, this war has been going on for centuries, so generation-wise, this is not a long time at all. Like, I would be pretty, like, I guess I would be pretty scared if humanity was confirmed to die in 200 years. The faction I represent thinks that we should simply accept your fate. That surviving is not a future worth sending such young ones to fight for. How much do you know about the operation, though? What he's saying makes sense so far. I was hidden inside Nigo in order to realize the Anti-Exodus faction's goals. Exactly what I said. Yeah, some opposing humans implanted this AI into Nigo to sort of disrupt the operation. My mission was to take over Nigo's body when the time was right and try to persuade you all. When the time was right? What makes now the best time to do it? I'm ashamed to admit that I was supposed to take over this body much earlier. However, Nigo's internal security system was much stronger than anticipated. At one point, I thought I'd never be able to take over. And it seems I wasn't successful in the previous 100-day iteration. But there was a moment yesterday when Nigo's CPU experienced a large amount of stress.
Oh. It must have been when Takamaru whacked him.
I seized the opportunity and took over his body.
I see.
So, please, there's no need to support this barbaric Exodus project. Stop fighting the invaders and come back to the artificial satellite with me.
That's easier said than done. Well, I heard him out at least. But there's still a possibility this is just Nigo bugging out from hitting his head. Don't think so. How are we supposed to get back to the artificial satellite anyway?
We have an escape pod ready at second to last defense academy, do we? It was put there in secret, just like I was hidden away inside Nigo.
Interesting.
If you use that, you won't even have to wait for day 100 to leave for the satellite.
Huh. I guess this is all in the realm of possibility.
Right? So why not just escape and say goodbye to all this fighting? It's an easy decision, isn't it?
I can't do that because I have a reason to fight, yeah. For Karuha. This time I'm going to protect her to the end, but what does protecting her exactly entail? Saving her from the battle? Or finishing the battle with her? That's what I'd promised myself. Wait, hold on a minute. Yeah, this gives you the chance of protecting her. That's what you're not realizing, Takumi. What does protecting her mean to you? If I can go back to the artificial satellite with Nozomi, then I don't really have a reason to fight. But that's not the issue here. If by fighting we can ensure the success of the Exodus project, if there's a chance we can fulfill humanity's wishes, then I want to see it through.
How admirable.
Are you literally gonna try to kill us?
But you don't need to support the pro faction. You've just been brainwashed by them and forced to fight.
Bro, Nigo's gonna really... Sorry, Goto is gonna reveal it all to us.
You're not fighting of your own volition.
What? Brainwashed? Hold on. What are you talking about?
Well, here's an example. Gaku Maruko, who died yesterday, came from a group home. An orphanage, if you will. He had complicated feelings about his upbringing, but he loved his foster siblings. He fought so he could see them again.
So what?
What if I told you that his memories of his family were tempered with through brainwashing to be better than they were? What if that family was actually just a bunch of low-life scumbags? And he was only brainwashed into thinking that he wanted to see them again.
What?
The Pro faction successfully conducted a research on memory manipulation at Kamakura General Hospital. The technology they created was installed in this school. I think you may have an idea of what I'm talking about here.
The special treatment I conducted on her is known as Domenic Cognitive Reconstruction Therapy. By tinkering with her brainwave frequencies, I can control her memories, thoughts, and emotions.
Memories and thoughts. That's...
You brainwashed her, then?
Brainwashed? If you want to put it in terms so simplistic a monkey could understand, then yes. Hey. Any memories relating to being an invader have been erased and replaced with a profound hatred for their entire species. Even I'm surprised at how empty a shell this has left her, though. I guess I got a little carried away. Tee
my ass. If you remove that many memories, of course that's going to mess her up. There's no guarantee that we didn't receive the same treatment as her. Does that mean everything that Goto's told me hasn't been the truth? Wait, this is weird. For some reason, my thoughts are getting fuzzy. I shouldn't think about this anymore. Oh, bro, you should. You very much should, Takumi. I shouldn't ever doubt Siri. Oh yeah, I forgot that he was brainwashed into following Siri, and then it was his determination to protect Nozomi from her rejection symptoms that sort of broke him out of it.
Oh!
Takumi, are you okay? My brain's feeling a little fuzzy.
Oh.
You poor thing, it's the brainwashing. In addition to implanting a reason for you to fight, you've been brainwashed into fully submitting to Siri's control. What are you talking about? Siri would never do something as barbaric as brainwashing us. Sure thing, dude. That's precisely what he'd do, and you only don't think that because you've been brainwashed into thinking he's a good guy.
Oh!
Although, I suppose there's no point in trying to convince you in your current state. But I have this for you. Oh. You kidding me? You kidding me? You kidding me? There's no. Bro! Come on! It's not the red pill! Fucking Morpheus up in here! Bro! It's not the red pill! Oh my god! It took me a second! No, they're not doing this. It's literally like, take this, step out of the Matrix. You're gonna see the truth if you take this pill. Bro, I love this game. Goto took out the red pill. This pill can neutralize the... I'm sorry, I'm losing it. This pill can neutralize the effects of the latest brainwashing you underwent. If you have any suspicion that you're not your true self at this moment, take this. Are you gonna offer us the blue pill too? It could be the only way for you to regain your free will and defy the powers that be. Siri brainwashed me. There's no way that's possible, but I might be able to prove it by taking this pill. If my feelings towards Siri don't change after taking the pill, that would prove I was never brainwashed. Bro, that's so funny, dude. Take the red pill. Do not take the red pill, bro. Oh my god. That's good. Oh my god. He'll wake up with his real memories and a giant flag. Oh, flagpole. Yeah, I thought that's where you were going, but damn. Oh my god. I'll take the red pill, Morpheus. I took the pill from Goto and put it in my mouth. So? Well, I think my stomach feels a little warm, but that's it. Maybe it doesn't have an immediate effect. That's not what I mean. Has your head stopped feeling fuzzy now?
Huh?
Oh, it has. I actually feel a little sharper than before. You see? You were brainwashed by Siri to further the pro-Exodus Project faction's cause. Brainwashed, deceived, and manipulated to fight. How do you feel about that statement? Yeah, you're gonna agree with him because now you're not feeling submissiveness to Siri. It sounds pretty accurate to me. Exactly. Good. While I was glad it had been undone, I suddenly got scared. Because this meant I really had been brainwashed. I really had been tricked into fighting, just like Goto said. This is already way more fun and interesting than anything in the serial battles route. Oh, but don't get the wrong idea. This doesn't mean your brainwashing has been completely reversed.
Huh?
What do you mean? Maybe the pills only take the... maybe they only affect the superficial brainwashing done, and the more, I guess, aggressive brainwashing that was done to you in the Kamakura General Hospital with the TRC, it cannot be undone simply by pills. I told you that the pill just lessens the effects of your latest brainwashing. You've received a brainwashing prior to this. Okay, fair enough.
Oh!
That pill only undid the brainwashing that forced you to be loyal to Siri. Your original brainwashing is probably still in effect. You mean the one that created a reason for me to fight? Yes, the same one that I explained was given to Gaku. Like making you feel that the family you hated was actually important to you, for example. The reasons all of you were given to fight were twisted by brainwashing. And you're still under that influence. The reasons you believe you have to fight were all put inside your head by the Pro faction. So just like Gaku, the reason I fight... Is it possible? She's not actually important to me after all. It's a little complicated. I've just been made to believe that she is, and that I want to fight for her. I can give you more details about your brainwashing if you want. You were all brainwashed as soon as you were brought here using the device in the infirmary. The students from the second campus received theirs when they arrived here. That campus has its own separate brainwashing device, damn. So it's not as if I directly witnessed all of you getting brainwashed here on the first campus. But I have already checked the logs of the device in your infirmary. Would you like to hear the details about the brainwashing they gave you? I think I'll pass. Because if what he says is true, then the reason I fight... You don't have one. If it tells me what I think it's going to tell me, there's a chance I'll shut down completely. I won't be able to fight, or run, or even stand anymore. I suppose avoiding the truth is a valid option as well. But your fear suggests that you'll believe what I'm telling you. Does that mean you'll join me and support the anti-Exodus faction's cause? What should I do? Should I work with Goto and the anti-faction? I feel like it's too early to make that decision. Wow, okay. I bet the other choice was a quick ending then. I mean, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just because that's like interesting as fuck. We're doing something different. Yes, I'm in. I believe you when you say we've also been brainwashed into fighting by Sirei. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! But what can I do to help? Just go back to the artificial satellite in the escape pod at the second campus like you asked? Is there anything else I can do? Yes, there is. That's why I approached you first. What I want to ask you to do is persuade everyone else. Makes sense.
Huh?
Persuade them? Yes, I want you to tell the others the truth, just like I did with you. That you've all been brainwashed to fight, and that you don't need to fight anymore. That you should all escape together instead. It would surely help if you gave us more red pills to make them swallow, because then it would be more convincing. Alright, I don't mind doing that. But why me? Why don't you just talk to them yourself like you did with me? Because well, one, you are the leader of this operation, and two, it's probably too risky for Siri to just go out talking to everyone. Like, if someone tries to oppose him, they might be killed. And it'll probably be more believable coming from you anyway. Also, I believe they trust you more, Takumi. No, that would be too risky. I can't
keep sneaking around Siri's back. If I do, he might notice there's something wrong with Nigo and figure out my secret. There's also something else I need to do in the meantime. What the fuck? Okay. What's that? Do you remember I told you there's an escape pod at the other academy? It will need some fixing up before it's usable. So if you can work on getting the others on board while I'm working on that, then we shouldn't lose any time. An efficient little solution, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, nice. Thank you. Anyway, here's something to help you persuade them. Goto handed me some more red pills. And with them, a whole stack of red envelopes. What the fuck? Are these the same as the pill I just took? Yes, give them to anyone you think could have received the same more recent brainwashing as you did. Okay, and what about these envelopes? You're open-minded, so you believed me. But that won't necessarily be the case with everyone else. If anyone is skeptical, you can hand them the envelope instead. Each one contains background intel about the Special Defense Unit. Bro. Hiruko Shizuhara, file number 3, the novel. The novel that I had, it's a red book. It's a red book, bro. It's a fucking red book. Bro, is that supposed to be like the fucking novels for every character detailing their backgrounds? Excuse me? That would be crazy. Along with hints about their brainwashing-induced reasons to fight. Just hints? Why not the full details? You're really asking me that when you were too scared to ask me the details about your case?
Hey!
Okay, point taken. Yeah, don't butt in too much. Anything too specific could be overwhelming. I suppose there's kindness in holding back. Just so you know, there are 12 envelopes. Yeah, Nozomi is not included here. And besides you, yeah, that's right. So wait, yours is not included here, Takumi? I assume. Because yeah, we have a total of 15 characters counting Nozomi, Ava, and Takumi. So these 12 are for the other ones. One for each survivor, excluding Ava. Oh. Oh, survivor. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Damn, so Nozomi has one? Why does she have one? Oh, because... Wait. Huh. I'm curious, why does she have one? I put yours in there too if you ever want to learn the full truth about your own brainwashing. Thanks, but I doubt I'll have it in me to open it before I get back to the satellite. Oh, we're gonna have a choice to open this shit eventually. Anyway, we'll be launching the escape pod in 3 days. Please get everyone on board by then. Whoa, okay. Okay, but she was brainwashed as well, supposedly, since she might be Karawa. No, yes, she has been brainwashed by the humans back at the Kamakura General Hospital, but she wasn't even a part of the Special Defense Unit. That's why I'm so confused to why they have files on her. That sounds so weird to me. She's not even supposed to be here. Why would they have files ready on her? And why would, like, Goto have them? That's what's so weird to me. She was brainwashed literally to not butt in the general hospital, to not butt into the operation. So I guess Nigo has info about her, Nozomi Kirifuji too. I mean, I guess. But that's still very weird to me. Okay, but... What? Good heavens, what was that for? Did you just say? Did you just say 3 days? Yes, he did. I know it's rather sudden, but that's as long as I can stay in control of Nigo's body. Past that, it's back to square one, and you lose your chance to escape the artificial satellite. To the artificial satellite. So 3 days is all I can give you. But you can do it. I believe in you. What if I can't persuade them all in 3 days? Then you'll be heading back to the satellite with only the members you successfully persuaded. Whoa, okay. And if you can't convince anyone, you'll be going all alone. You wouldn't want that, would you? No, I wouldn't. Whoever we're persuading first, I would assume maybe Nozomi is the first, but maybe she will be the last, actually. I'm sure you already know, but Siri cannot find out about this. Not about my existence, or the fact that you're going around trying to persuade people to leave. He's the embodiment of the pro faction. If he catches us... Just imagining it gives me the chills. So I need to persuade everyone in 3 days without Siri finding out. That sounds impossible. But there's no way I'm going back alone and leaving everyone else behind. Sounds like I'm just going to have to make the impossible possible. All you gotta do is make it so. The impossible is possible.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
I'm very interested in this route.
Get ready for your 35th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Boom. The Exodus Project. The pro and anti-factions. Sirei, Goto. The brainwashing, our reasons for fighting, our right to run away. There was a lot to think about, but I didn't have the time. Goto said yesterday that the escape pod from second to last Defense Academy will launch in 3 days. That's the day after tomorrow. There's no time to change paths or look for other options. I have to stay on the one I decided was right for me. But who do I start with? Do we actually have a choice? It can't just be anyone. I wonder if the choice is gonna be between all the members and it's gonna be like a mystery route type choice in which we get to choose all the characters, but choosing like anyone besides Nozomi will lead you to a different route. So I'm gonna choose Nozomi. It can't just be anyone. There's a definite possibility that this decision will make or break this whole plan. I need to choose carefully. The person most likely to hear me out is... Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a mystery route choice. Out of these two, I think the most likely to hear me out... Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Jiroko is an interesting choice, but I like the idea of going Kurata first, actually. Just because we literally just saved her. So I think there could be something interesting there. So I'm going Kurata. Maybe I should go to Kurata first. She seemed pretty down when I spoke to her yesterday. This route has a lot of choices, bro. It's not like her to show her true feelings like that.
Why am I the one who's still alive? Kurata! I should have been the one who died.
We don't need to fight anymore.
I'll bet Kurata wants to hear those words more than anything else right now. In her state, she's bound to accept all this craziness about the anti-Exodus faction and the brainwashing pretty much at face value. A twinge of guilt crept into my heart. I don't know how to pronounce that word. But my personal feelings were of no concern at that moment.
What do you need to talk about so badly that you'd come to my room uninvited? If it's some mundane drivel, I'll tear the skin right off your face.
Starting off on a strong note, I see. More important than that, though, I have to come right out and tell her. Kurata, we don't have to fight anymore. We can just run away.
Huh? If this is a joke, it's even more lame than I'd expect from you.
I'm serious.
Wait, and that's supposed to make me believe you?
Please, just hear me out. I looked Kurata directly in the eyes, or the mask. She in turn glared directly back at me. Okay, you having a staring contest?
Tell me
everything. Yeah, she just realized he's dead serious, okay. And so I did. I relayed everything Goto had told me the day before. Kurata didn't exhibit any of the dazed sensation that I'd felt. It appeared that her brainwashing was only to instill her reason for fighting. Once she finished listening to my explanation, she spoke in a low murmur.
It all sounds pretty far-fetched.
Yeah, I know, but I believe it. I want you to believe it too if you can. I want you to trust me so we can go back to the artificial satellite together.
But you must understand. As a proud daughter of the Osuzuki clan, I could never run away, no matter the...
No, it can't be. Yeah, you don't even know if you are a daughter of the Osuzuki clan or if the Osuzuki clan is real. Kurata's expression clouded over mid-sentence as if she just realized something. Yeah, maybe that's not your past. That apprehension seemed to stoke my own feelings of guilt, but I pressed ahead all the same. If your pride as an Osuzuki is what making you fight, then you're just falling into the brainwashing trap. Maybe that's part of the brainwashing they did to you. The real Osuzukis might not be the prominent family that Kurata believed them to be, or they might not even be real. Also, like I always said, since the beginning of the game, when we read the books in the library, the TRC is a way more socialist place than capitalist. So having a rich family like that who is so prolific and well known was weird right off the bat, especially since nobody had heard of them besides Kurata. Or maybe she wasn't even part of the Osuzuki family at all, exactly. If her obligation to her family was the foundation of what motivated her to keep fighting, any of that was possible. Here, in case you need it. I was told it contains a clue about your brainwashing.
A clue?
Yeah, they said a straight explanation would be too shocking.
Alright, I'll take a look. Hand it over.
Kurata snatched the envelope from my hand. They're gonna open it?
Of course. Naturally, I'm scared, but... I would be simply miserable living with the possibility of that which I hold most dear being fake. I can't have that haunting me forever. If what's in here can dispel that mystery, that's a chance I'll have to take.
You're one tough girl.
Of course. I am an Osuzuki, after all.
Are you?
I will be until I open this envelope anyway.
Damn, oh, that's a nice way to say it. That's a really cool way to say it. And I wonder if after reading that, she discovers that she's not an Osuzuki, so she stops wearing the mask. With that sharp remark, Kurata opened the envelope. Inside was a single sheet of paper, which she cast her eyes over intently.
come.
What does it say? I don't think she's gonna tell you.
It's about my father.
Ooh, we never heard about that. I mean, actually, we might have heard some of it in our free time events. Let me just double check. Isn't your father the one that tried to set you up with like a guy and you just ditched the guy or something? Not really. At least not by my notes. Whoa, okay.
It says he died 5 years ago. Sure enough, I have no memory of this. I had no idea he was dead. In fact, I remember him being in fine health right before I came to this school.
So your brainwashing was to make you forget about your father's passing?
Yes, if I am to trust this note, that seems to be the case.
This is like starting to get a little weird because we're not supposed to have parents. We are like all born from Xian's DNA. We're artificial people. So it's very weird, and this makes me question just how much Goto knows about the true project, or if Goto is somehow trying to deceive us in any way, shape, or form, which is, I guess, it's possible. But certainly, it's weird that this note... I feel like these envelopes are just making bullshit up. Right? Or maybe, like, they actually played out the TRC simulations to the very end, and some events happened in there that were concealed by brainwashing. Weird.
But more than that, my father, Kurama Osuzuki, was head of the Osuzuki clan.
Okay, we got a name. Interesting. Maybe I should write this down. This is interesting because we are gonna get little bits of everyone's families and backstories. That's actually pretty cool. Okay.
If he's dead, then the family is no more. I think we can say that my brainwashing was actually about the state of the Osuzuki family itself. The one thing that's kept me fighting up to this point has been my pride as an Osuzuki. And according to this note, all of that was a lie. My father's been dead for 5 years, and I forgot about the fall of the Osuzuki family. No, I was made to forget.
About that envelope, was there anything else in there besides the stuff about your father's passing?
Well, this piece of paper here is a copy of his death certificate.
Whoa, okay.
The cause of his death was cancer, plain and simple.
I see.
This is a bit too disheartening, isn't it?
I wonder if we're gonna take off your mask.
I imagine the clue would be a little less hard-hitting than something like this. Those anti-Exodus simpletons are painfully straightforward. Their lack of consideration is rather off-putting.
It's almost like they are being way too forward for the sake of more efficiently convincing you. So the stories are BS. Yeah, exactly. These, like... There's something about this. Like, I feel like Goto might be just tricking us into something. Maybe he's actually not against the... I don't know, man. Like, I feel like this guy just wants to kill us. This is real weird. I agree, cause like I find it so weird that we have all these all these stories about people in the TRC and our families when they were not even real. Like, why should that matter, right? And why would Goto just reveal that all to us as if it's supposed to mean anything? Shouldn't he know about the entire operation? I agree.
Naturally, this doesn't mean that I accept this sheet as the absolute truth. This Goto you told me about could be making it all up.
Exactly.
He could be deceiving you, and in turn deceiving me as well.
Absolutely. Yes, that is a possibility too. There's no proof as to whether this brainwashing stuff is true or not. It's really just a matter of choosing who to trust.
I suppose so. Yes, I understand.
That's why she's gonna take off her mask and she's gonna choose to trust us.
That's why I'm choosing to trust you, Takumi.
You are?
I don't like it, but it seems like there's some credibility to what you've told me. If there is a chance we can go home without fighting, I want to hold on to it. I just feel a kind of regret holding me back. If I believe you and we choose to stop fighting and run away, then the others who died, what was the point of their sacrifice?
Good question.
Their deaths will have been in vain, won't they?
Wow, there's so many choices here. I mean, I feel like the right thing to say here is no. But this is interesting because it shows that even you are conflicted about this. But I wonder how that would affect your like how you're gonna act from now on. Multiple choices are out. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a very short route. Like Inigo said, on day 37, we're gonna supposedly launch the pod. So I do feel like this route's gonna give us a lot of endings, which is cool, and it's gonna be very short. And that's why they're throwing so many choices at us. I'm gonna say ... because it certainly makes you think about it. Who's Nigo? Sorry, Godo. They weren't in vain. If I had to put this sentiment into words, I could have phrased it that way. It was only because of our friend's sacrifice that we could now escape. In that sense, their deaths definitely had meaning. There's something to that effect. But saying that would be insincere, dishonest. They didn't die so that we could be free. They fought to win, and died fighting. In a war, they were tricked into joining at that. I couldn't find any significance in their deaths. In a sense, their deaths were nothing but the unfortunate result of them being manipulated. That was a much more cold-hearted way of putting it, but it was closer to how I really felt about it.
Don't just stand there with that dopey look on your face. Say something.
Sorry.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't give me some half-assed positivity at least.
What do you mean?
Part of me wanted to cling on to anything that would gloss over this whole situation.
Exactly. That's like why I was a little hesitant on saying it, because it really felt like saying that their deaths had meaning is just like a way of convincing yourself that you're doing the right thing. Whereas in reality, the idea that they just died so that you can escape and not even finish the war, just completely ditch on everything they stood for, feels way more, I think, accurate to how this is all being played out. Whoops.
If you had said something carelessly optimistic, it would have been way too tempting to get on board with it. But your silence just now let me know it's okay to feel this despair.
I'm glad. Wow, this was pretty much what I said before making the decision. Like, yeah, maybe the silence here, maybe not actually answering that question is gonna put into perspective that you also feel conflicted about this choice, and it's gonna make it more, I guess, convincing for Kurata. I see.
Can you give me 30 minutes to myself?
Huh?
Sure, but why?
Take a wild guess. I don't want you to see me cry.
Wow, Kurata. I'm going to think about
how my father is probably dead, and the Osuzuki clan with them. And I'll also think about our friends' meaningless deaths while I'm at it.
Right.
When I'm done crying, I'll place my trust in you, and we can start thinking about what we can do from here on. I just need a little time.
I understand. Thanks. Very interesting. I'm really interested in this. I waited for Kurata in my room. Her father's gone and her friends died in vain. It's also horrible that no one would want to believe it. But in spite of all that, she still chose to trust me. She really is one tough girl. Just as the 30 minutes were up, Kurata arrived at my room.
Pardon the wait.
Are you okay?
Of course. What do you take me for? Though I guess I should probably drop this smug act from here on out. Now that my father's dead, the proud Osuzuki name has died with him,
Which means you can take off your mask, right? I think you can keep it up if you want. Even if the Osuzuki family is no more, you're still the same proud Kurata Osuzuki as before, is she? What?
Nothing. I was simply impressed you were able to offer a few half-decent words of encouragement. I'd braced myself for you to rub salt in my wounds with some insincere inanities.
Don't talk as if I were that kind of psychopath.
Anyway, let's think about what we're going to do from here. The escape pod takes off in 2 days, yes? We need to persuade the others to join us without Siri catching on before then. The more I think about it, the more this seems like a game that's impossible to win.
Yeah, I hear that. There's just not enough time, and keeping things out of Siri's notice is a tall order too.
If we fail to persuade even one of them, they'll probably go right to Siri and tell him what we're up to. Should I just give up?
Say what?
I'm kidding. Well, half kidding. There's a notable disparity between our goals and the obstacles in our way.
I wonder if one of the options will be to kill Siri.
Even without Siri keeping an eye on us, 2 days would be a tight window to convince everyone. To start with, we'll need to do something about Siri.
Exactly. What kind of something? Yeah, either kill him or tie him up somewhere, but then he would still be able to explode us. The option is to kill him, really. Yep, exactly.
Who knows? The only thing that comes to mind is smashing him to pieces.
Smash him to pieces. Bro, are we gonna have a choice to kill Siri? How many has it been so far? That's like the third choice. The first one was to take the red pill. Second one was to choose Hiriko or Kurata. The third one was to say whether or not their deaths were in vain. It's not an option, right?
I suppose so. Yes, that might work.
You know what? I'm beginning to suspect that Goto's entire objective here is to just usurp Siri, and he's putting all these tight deadlines on us, specifically for the reason to, I guess, motivate us to do something about Siri, because he can't overpower him on his own, so he needs someone else to take care of that, and so he can rise to the power as our commanding officer and do something. I'm like a little sus of Goto, to be honest. Very, very sus. But I'm trying to think of what is like his real goal, because like, yeah, you usurp Siri, you become like the commanding officer or something. Then what exactly are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to, like, is he working for the enemy? Like, is he somehow got some AI that favors the Supreme Commanders, and what he actually wants to do is lure them all to the pod so that he explodes all of them? Because let's not forget, they're, like, no, never mind. But yeah, he can very well just be setting a trap in the pod, and he's gonna kill the Special Defense Unit, or at least everyone who's convinced to get there. And we know that all these stories seem to be made up, like the ones in the envelopes, at least, because like we discovered from the other timeline, their entire lives are just fabricated in a Tokyo residential complex. We don't have parents necessarily, and it wouldn't make much sense to just tell stories about, like, it just doesn't make sense to me that they would create a simulated reality and then have like Kurata's father died in that simulation and then just erasing that memory of her. It just feels like there's just too much there that's just pointless. Why not make a reality in which her father doesn't die from the get-go? Like, what the fuck, right? But then again, we get into stuff like Darumi and Eito, in which their lives were not exactly optimal and did not exactly go according to plan. But even then, Sirei did not brainwash them about those particular things, so why would he brainwash specifically Kurata? Which makes me think that all of that was pretty much bullshit. So I don't think her father died even in the TRC. I think those stories are completely made up. Every single one of them. Now, what actually terrifies me is, did they know about Karawa in Takumi's note? That is what concerns me a little bit. And I'm super curious about Nozomi's envelope as well. There's something so sus about this, and I can't exactly land my finger on what it is. But something is up. So, like, at least one of the information that we've been given is fake. And I don't know if that information is in the envelopes, or if that information is about the nature of Goto, or what he's all about, or who is he standing for. Because it's technically even consistent for him to try to kill us if he's sort of anti-Exodus project, because theoretically that would mean that he is it would mean that he is, I guess, siding with this planet, and in that sense he could just be setting us up to die. It's also possible that maybe what he's doing is just load up the entire escape pod with explosives or some shit, and then launch it into the artificial satellite so that it explodes the artificial satellite. Maybe he's like an anti-life in general, not just anti-Exodus project, but just anti-life, and they just want to kill everyone, sort of like in an Eito fashion. I guess it's possible. I feel like we're being set up to something. That's the whole point of this, because it all feels too convenient. There's no way this is that convenient. There's something is going on here. We're being set up, we're being deceived, and I do think we are being set up to die and or kill everyone in the satellite in one way, shape, or form.
Yes, that might work. At first I thought it would be too dangerous, not to mention against the rules, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And Sirei's rules are a bunch of hogwash anyway.
If we destroy him before we persuade the others, yeah, you're gonna seem way more suspicious. So either you order someone to do that, like Ava, or you do it in secret. We won't need to worry about anyone blowing our cover if we fail to convince them. Yeah, that is also fair, but you shouldn't just kill Siri out of the blue and just own up to it. You should do it in secrecy. We can even bring anyone we don't convince to the artificial satellite by force if we have to, I guess. It's more than satisfactory. It feels like you guys are playing right into the trap here.
So, what do we do? The clock is ticking. We need to act fast.
Or are we gonna have a decision to kill Siri or not?
I'm more than fine with taking him out, but I'll leave the final choice to you.
Wow, another choice, okay. Well, in that case, damn, dude. Like, that, I can already see, like, fucking 1, 2, 3, at least 4 endings here, which is pretty cool. It's actually a little cathartic to get a route with so many endings. Destroy Siri? Hell yeah. Not even tripping, dude. I know I'm falling for a trap here, but I'm gonna do it all the way. I know I'm biting it into the... Like, I'm biting into the fishing rod, but, you know. Oh my god. Alright, let's destroy Siri. I don't think we have any other choice.
Fine by me. It's just the kind of shake-up this place could use. But destroying him won't be a simple matter. Maybe we should take a page out of that lunatic Ato's book.
Maybe, yes. Just slice him up and die and get revived.
If I recall correctly, he actually managed it in your last timeline, didn't he? We asked to speak with Siri alone while the rest of us were sleeping, under the guise of learning how to use Hemoanima. And once he did transform, he immediately used his class weapon to destroy Siri.
Yes, and he pulled it off in my previous 100 days. Siri did blow Ato up when he made his move, but the Revival-matic brought him back right to life. He showed up afterwards feigning ignorance about the whole incident.
Of course, we need to come up with some sort of setup. We'll only get one shot at this.
The problem is, what should that setup be? Siri is going to be much more cautious of us calling it on him now than he was back when Ato did. That's fair. You wouldn't be able to use the same plan now that you revealed the plan to him.
Huh?
Who is it? Is it gonna be Goto? Yep. The thing is, he's saying he's Nego, but I think that's just because on the outside there might be people listening, and he needs to keep up his cover. Or this could be a situation where we don't know who exactly is talking to us, and we could blow out the plan. But maybe he's just saying that out of concern for someone overhearing. Probably that's the case.
It's me, Nego. There's something I'd like to talk with you about. May I come in?
He said Nego, but should we assume it's really Goto? Exactly, bro. Bro, are we having another choice? Is this like actually called the multiple choices route? Serial choices route? I like that. Nego can't have come back somehow, can he? I think you're being a little too paranoid, Takumi, just like I was. What color is the envelope? Smart boy. Smart boy. Shouldn't he be working on the escape pod? I mean, yes, but we can't just have Nego. We can't just dispatch Nego all the way there. I feel like that's gonna come later. Oh, what's this now? Some manner of password. Whoa, this is really Nego.
Some well-known song lyrics, perhaps?
That is really Nego. What the fuck? A chill ran down my spine. That was a really smart move, Takumi. That was really smart. For whatever reason, Nego's original personality seemed to have reasserted itself. Bro, oh my god, did Siri brainwash Nego? Can he do that? Did he figure it out? Oh god, bro, this is getting so interesting. You idiot.
Oh, no, no, don't do this to me. Now I'm so sus. Oh, now I'm so sus. Sorry, just my little joke. Huh? The envelope is red, and so is the pill. Bro, I'm so sus. What the fuck, dude?
Hey!
So not funny. Well then, part of the intrusion, I am... Oh, Kurata O Suzuki? Does this mean... Yeah, I won her over to our side. We were just planning how we were going to persuade the others to get on board as well.
So you're Goto. So it's your fault that my brain is at its boiling point right now.
Oh my, sorry. I know all too well that I'm asking the impossible. Let's put that aside. You had something you wanted to talk about? Actually, I only mentioned that as an excuse to come visit you as Nigo. Yep, that makes sense. Like I said, he was just trying to make sure that if anyone saw that, they just believed it was just Nigo trying to talk to me about random things. It's entirely possible that someone could have seen me come here after all. What I really wanted was to come and check on how your efforts were going. I assume Kurata is the only one you've managed to persuade so far? Yeah, so far at least. But what are you doing here? You said it'd be at second to last Defense Academy running maintenance on the escape pod. Okay, so we're actually bringing this up right now. That should be plenty to keep you busy. Can't you leave the persuading to me? Or is the maintenance finished already? I wonder if he has to set some sort of pretext to go there. Like, he needs an excuse, I think, and maybe he needs you to do that. Oh. Okay. Bro, this is like so fishy. This is like so fishy. What exactly are you doing there? This is so fishy, bro. No. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Why would they have a pod malfunctioning on second to last Defense Academy if the whole purpose of that pod was to take them out of the academy? Right? Like, why would they need to do any sort of maintenance? Shouldn't that thing be completely ready? I feel like these guys want to blow up the satellite, and what they are actually doing remotely here is just setting up like a self-destruct of the pod to activate whenever it touches the satellite. Bro, I'm pretty sure we're being set up to literally kill everyone in the satellite, and we just don't know about it. And what Nico is actually trying to do is just kill us alongside it. Perhaps it took damage from the school being destroyed. The school wasn't destroyed in this timeline though. it's very much still up. I'm pretty sure, right? Let me check my notes. This is the route where Dotomi was. Let me check. Oh no, the academy is destroyed. Never mind. The academy is very much destroyed. Okay. But, like, I still don't think that has anything to do. It was attacked when you went together, the guys from second to last Defense Academy. Yeah. I'm mixing up the timelines. This is, like, really weird. But I don't think, bro, like, I feel like I don't want to trust Goto. There's some sort of setup. I think he's setting us up to explode the satellite. I'm pretty convinced at that. I feel like these guys are just anti-life, anti-humanity. Still pretty says, 100% says, all of this seems way too weird and convenient. And it does feel like everything he's doing is to... Why would he want us to why does Goto want so desperately for us to go back to the satellite? He uses the pretext that, okay, we don't want, like, young fighters to be suffering on the battlefield or whatever the fuck. But, I still think that's a weak reasoning. Like, he's setting this crazy deadline for us, and it seems like he's acting out of desperation almost. Like he's trying to pressure us to do this quick. And I don't even know if he's actually gonna be overtaken by Nigo in 3 days. I feel like his personality will stay like this, and he's just trying to spur us to action as quickly as possible, so that we fulfill his plan more quickly. This all feels too weird. I don't believe in what he's saying. I'm pretty convinced that we're being set up to destroy the satellite and die in the process too. I feel like they're just trying to kill every single human that they can possibly muster, because these guys are anti-life. They probably have something. You know what? You know what? You know what? No. Hold on. You know, on the previous route, Gaku was the key for the truth, and you actually learned the truth about everything. I wonder if in this route it's gonna be the opposite, and you end up betrayed to the end. Yeah, maybe this. I did say, bro, the fact that I did say before we made the choice, you know, Gaku led us to the truth, so maybe Kurata's gonna lead us to the lie. I actually said that. You can roll back the stream. But you know what I was thinking about right now, Ponta? Okay, I'm gonna actually have to mute this again, because this is like big. This is like big. You know how there's seemingly, at least I'm postulating that they are trying to get us to kill the entirety of humanity, how they're setting us up to explode the satellite, and it seems to be very Ato coded. Seems to be a very Ato move. I wonder if these same guys who are against humanity messed up with Ato's fucking simulation to make him specifically want to hate humanity and maybe disrupt the operation from the inside. What if they are the ones that fucked up his TRC to give him this hatred, because it sort of reflected their own hatred and they wanted to disrupt the operation? What if Ato's a product of these same guys? Makes total sense. Exactly. It makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. And it honestly makes fucking Ato's tragedy a lot more depressing, to be honest. I think that's a really cool idea. If I was writing this, I would definitely go that route, because I'm really interested in what this is doing. Like, this is like deceiving me in a really interesting way, where I don't know where the deception lies, and I'm just being kept on the edge of my seat about everything that's being said, and it's really cool. I like this. This is really clever. So I'll be here at this school the whole time until departure. Very sus. Very sus, but okay. By the way, I'm doing maintenance at this very moment. I'll most certainly have to work up until the very last minute to get it done. Okay. Back to the subject of persuading everyone. Do you think you can do it in a day or two? Yeah, now you're reducing it to a day, bro. Come on. No, at least if we're not. No, at least not if we do everything above board. Above board, yeah, that includes taking Siri out of the picture. Yeah, so I figured destroying Siri might make the job more feasible, and that's pretty much exactly what Goto wants. You'll destroy him. Convincing everyone without him noticing will be difficult. No, frankly, it'd be straight up impossible. And I like how, bro, I like how we're even learning from Ato. We're doing the same thing, at least we postulated the same thing that Ato did in taking Siri out. That was like motivated by his action in Timeline 0. I really like that. Goto, god of the opposing humanity, because maybe it's not humans but humanity, like god of the opposition of humanity or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's probably along the lines of what Goto stands for. Convincing everyone without him noticing will be difficult. No, frankly, it'd be straight up impossible. That being the case, we thought it might be best to take Siri out of the equation first. I see, so that's your move. It's such a clever strategy. I'm not sure why I didn't think of it before. You fucking idiot. Of course you did. That's exactly what you wanted them to do.
You idiot. I'm not buying your crap, dude.
Oh, hey, I just thought of something brilliant.
Huh?
Something brilliant? To destroy Siri, we'll need to call him to some place that's deserted at that time. And you're the perfect lump of metal for the job. You can do it for us, Goto. If you tell him after there's an emergency somewhere after lights out and ask him to come with you, we'll be able to trap him without any fear of raising suspicion.
That's actually a good plan.
Ah.
It's not a bad idea, yeah. Kurata's plan certainly sounded like the most natural approach. Yeah, it's simple and effective. And it can be done quickly. Will you do it? Of course, dude. The fact that he's like so easily being like, yeah, I'm gonna help you kill him. Bro, I feel like I'm on the tail of this route. I feel like I got this figured out. I'm pretty sure I know where this is going. And if they make the connection with Eito that I mentioned, oh, that's gonna be chef's kiss. That's at least what I would do as a writer. It should really be me taking care of everything, so I'll do whatever I can to help. I swear by the name of the anti-Exodus faction, I'll make this operation a success. Very ominous, bro. Very ominous. How much time do I have? 15 minutes, give or take.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
I'm gonna go take a pee real quick, though. All right, I'm back.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Okay. That night, I felt strangely conflicted. Yeah, you're about to kill a man. I was extremely anxious about our plan, and yeah, it didn't feel real. We were actually going to destroy Siri.
We'd figured out the plan step by step. Goto, pretending to be Nigo, would soon lead Siri here. He'd tell him that something crazy had happened in the cafeteria and to come quickly. When he got here, I would be waiting for him. I'd be in my class armor and ready to attack. Kurara would be on standby in an empty classroom nearby, ready to deal with any unforeseen developments. Goto would give the signal to attack. Being the closest to Siri, it would be easiest for him to gauge when he let his guard down. It seemed like the perfect plan. Other than the fact that I didn't really want to destroy Siri. But I'd have to set those feelings aside. The door opened.
So, what the heck is going on in here? Huh? You said there was some emergency in the cafeteria.
Oh yes, sir, we have to deal with it this very minute, or it will get completely out of hand.
Really? Because I don't see anything here to deal with. Are you sure you just didn't hear some bugs skittering around or something equally pointless?
Suddenly Goto looked my way. His eyes met mine from my hiding place in the shadows.
Now, go.
And on Goto's mark... Whoa, dude! We're actually having a decision here to... Bro, this route's gonna give us like 10 endings at the end. That's crazy. Of course I'm gonna destroy Siri. I'm not backing down, bro. Not backing down.
I'm sorry. What the?
Here's where all the Siri's battle route choices ended up to. Pretty much. I mean, I'm down for that. If anything, at least that brings us closer to completing the game, which honestly, at this point, I wouldn't mind like getting closer to completion. As much as I am enjoying the ride, I feel like we had so many periods of just little endings, and quite honestly, I am just more curious about the story locks than anything else. So I really don't mind the fact that we're getting a bunch of endings in this. They put them all here and forgot about that other one, seriously. I wondered if it was like this for Eito as well. Nah, I think Eito had no hesitation. Interesting. That's a really cool shot. It was incredibly easy cutting Siri in half, and he didn't explode. But in the next instant... Also, you're going to explode. A mechanical sound rang out from my chest. Yeah, okay. I blacked out on the spot alongside a fit of intense pain. Okay. And we're gonna wake up the next day. Yep. You jinxed it.
Come on, just how long are you going to sleep? Get up already.
God, I love this song. I woke up to Kurata's voice and slowly realized that I was back in my room. Did it work?
It sure did. You did splendidly. You cut Siri clean in two. Then he activated a bomb in your chest and blew you into bits. The drone carried the pieces to the infirmary, and once you were reassembled, I brought you back here. You spent the night out cold, and now here we are. I've already cleaned up the mess that your blood and Siri's remains left behind, of course.
Good. Thanks, I appreciate it.
But the next step is going to be crucial. Do you remember our plan for today?
Yeah, the first things first. How are we gonna like set up Siri's remains? Are we gonna set them somewhere in the garbage bin, or like what exactly are we gonna do here? And because people are gonna notice that Siri's absent, so we gotta come up with something. Yeah, we're going to meet up with the rest of the team in the cafeteria and try to persuade them to join us. Oh, so we're gonna do everyone at the same time. Okay. In the trash where they belong.
Now that Syria was out of the picture, there wasn't any need to sneak around and talk to them one by one. Yeah, that's actually fair. Bro, I hate that this seems like it's going to lead us to a very quick ending, and I don't have time for it.
I already told the others to meet us in the cafeteria at noon. It's almost that time now. We should get going.
I just had to hope it would all work out. And yet, that hope was a frightfully cold and detached one. When Kurara and I arrived at the cafeteria, everyone except Sire, Goto, and Eito was there. Shouldn't have peed, only pee during working hours. I should. Yeah, I should follow that advice. What the hell, you two? You've got some huge brass balls calling us all here and then showing up last. Sorry.
Never mind that. Just hurry up and tell us what you wanted to talk to us about. Judging from that timid expression of yours, Mr. Sumino, it's something serious. Not to mention that it's so rare for you to be the one to reach out to us, Kurara.
Right? I could understand if it was Takumi making the call. I simply took a little interest in how my slaves were doing, nothing more.
What are you calling slaves?
Oh, wait. Where are Siri and Ego? You must have called them here too, right?
Nigo is busy with another task, so he's been excused. As for Siri...
Kurara glanced my way. I took that as my signal to speak. Siri's not coming. Rather, he can't.
He can't?
Is he out on an excursion somewhere? I answered honestly, we killed him. Last night, I tricked Siri into meeting me and destroyed him. Just like Eito did in my previous timeline. Say what? You destroyed him. I understand it must be hard to believe, but it's the truth.
If you like, I can show you his remains later.
And you? Are you an accomplice to this, Kurara?
Wait, hold on. What do you mean you destroyed him?
Takumi, Kurara, have you gone crazy? Are you like Eito now? You must have had some reason, right?
Well, I told everyone the events of the past 3 days, not holding anything back. Only Hiriko noted that her head was in a daze like mine had been. When I offered her one of the pills, she took it without hesitation. Yeah, because she was brainwashed. I remember that. Yep. And lastly, here Nozomi. Each member of the team had their own brainwashing concerning their reasons for fighting. I handed them all the envelopes with the clues about those reasons, except Ava, of course. We already knew about her brainwashing after all. Everyone else reacted to envelopes in different ways.
I don't think I'll look at mine. I'll pass as well.
I ain't looking either. Feels like I won't be me anymore if I do.
Some chose not to look at their envelopes, same as me.
No, it can't be true. We didn't read more, Kako. But this can't be. It has to be a lie.
Does it say that you guys are not related?
That's right. I mean, no matter how awful of an existence mine is guaranteed to be, this can't be a part of it.
Some opened their envelopes and were shocked at the contents.
I just don't know what to think of this.
It's so shocking. It actually makes me feel less queasy. Wow, damn.
To think there come a day when my soul would be denied like this.
This isn't a work shoot, is it?
No, it isn't. It's real. It's very much real, Momoku.
But all these envelopes are probably bullshit.
And there were those who opened the envelope but were at a loss for how unreal it seemed. Each had their own reactions, but they were all equally confused. I'm sure you all have different thoughts on this. Some of you might not even accept it, but I'm asking you to trust me. I want you to believe what I'm telling you, so we can all escape together. The tense silence held like a sheet of thin ice. Sorry, but... Nozomi began to speak, softly treading upon that thin ice and forming the first cracks. I'm still only half convinced. It sounds so impossible that my reason for fighting was implanted in my mind. I still think it's worth believing in. The only way things can make sense is if I trust that what I know is real. Even so, even if my reason for fighting is a lie, I don't know if that means I should give up. You guys should read both of your envelopes at the same time. If we give up now, wouldn't everything we've done here become totally meaningless? The fear, the bravery, the battles, how we've learned to care for one another. The sadness at losing our friends.
Nozomi.
I don't want all that to be in vain. I can't bear to think there was no point to our time here. It was the same as when I'd persuaded Kurata. Not wanting all our fighting to be pointless, not wanting to think all that we'd suffered through had been for nothing. I understood Nozomi's feelings painfully well. But because I understood, I knew exactly what to say. Everything we did was pointless. Oh, we have a bro. Okay. Damn. Damn, dude. I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to make this choice and leave. Was pointless, yep. Everything we did was pointless. Holy shit, bro. Yep. Everything we did was pointless. Let's take it out for a little longer. That's right. It was all pointless. But that's... Whether or not it meant anything is something only we can decide. Well, in that case... I don't want it to mean anything.
My life, our lives, aren't lived for the sake of giving meaning to the past.
Wow, beautiful quote. They're lived for the sake of making a future that you can call your own.
It may be sad, and even unbearable at times, but we should abandon the past for the sake of our future.
That is one way of thinking about it. When you put it that way. Still, I won't force you. If any of you don't believe me, or if you still want to stay at this school and fight, that's fine too. Do whatever you feel is right. I went on to share the schedule that Goto had prepared beforehand with everyone. Anyone who wants to escape with me, meet at the parking lot at 7 AM tomorrow. We'll take the school bus to second to last Defense Academy. Apparently there's an escape pod there. Yeah, what about Ava? I will simply do as I am ordered. After a few seconds of silence, Ava, the only one among us with a different perspective, spoke up and looked around. No one spoke up after her, but I could tell that not a single one of them wasn't going to show up tomorrow. I didn't have any solid basis for that belief, but I felt it in my gut. The gloomy atmosphere of despair that dominated the cafeteria was all the proof I needed. Damn, dude. Part Ava, seriously. Oh boy. Yep, we're gonna have to call it here, unfortunately. Bad timing, but damn. Bro, that was so many choices. I don't want to see the name of the route. Whoops, 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 whoops. Hold on. Don't over the route. Okay, bro. Look at this. I think I've been making all the right decisions though. Like as you can see, I'm on a straight line, but that's at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 endings. That is insane, dude. And there might even be more. So by the end of this little segment, we're gonna have almost 70 endings in total, which is pretty spicy. I like that. That is actually insane, bro. Anyways, I'm interested. I'm very curious to see where this route is going. Like it said, I think we are just being set up to destroy all of humanity because these guys are like anti-humans, and it could have something to do with how Eito turned out. I think I'm onto something there. At least, like I said, if I was writing this, that is a connection I would definitely make. I think it would add a lot of complexity to Eito's character and a lot more tragedy too. So I hope that's what they do. But yeah, I definitely don't trust this Goto guy here, and I'm really, really interested in seeing how this is all gonna play out in the very end. So yeah, thank you all for coming. We're gonna come back to this in 2 days from now on Friday, as usual, and we're gonna probably maybe finish one ending at the very least here. So very excited for it. Thank you all, and I'll catch you guys then. Bye-bye. Good day. See you later.